Hello everyone, today we're going to show you how to make this is a wedding card, happy anniversary card, and I used the Elegantly Said stamp set, this one, as well as the matching die and the beautiful Elegantly Said papers, designer papers that come in the bundle. And I'll show you a little bit more about these papers at the end of the video. So the accordion fold card that we're doing is held shut by this belly band that slides up and down, and when you remove it, you have the accordion fold, and it opens up to show happy birthday. And I put some little pearls here as an added decoration. So to keep it shut, just go ahead and slide it into your belly band. So let's get started. Show you how to make this card. Okay, we're going to do this portion of the card, the accordion fold that folds out. You're going to start with your basic gray cardstock, measuring 4 1/4 by 11 inches wide or in length. So basically this is one cardstock, 8 1/2 by 11 cut in half. And we're going to bring our paper trimmer in. Again, as you know, I love this Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer because it's got a very wide base. And if you extend this ruler out, it extends to 17 inches in length. So if you're a scrapbooker making 12 by 12 pages, this is invaluable. But the actual base itself, right here, is very, very wide. And you've got, of course, your cutting blade, which is darker, and your scoring blade, which is lighter, that run along this clear track, so you can move whatever you want out of the way, so you can use the one that you need for the current project. And these lines here, this black marked lines, will never ever go away. I've had other paper trimmers before where after a certain amount of use they kind of fade and they go away. These are permanent. They'll never ever go away. So on your long side, you're going to take your basic gray cardstock and you're going to score at 3 inches and 5 1/2 inches. Let's extend our ruler there, 8 inches. And last score mark will be at 9 1/2 inches. So now we're going to fold that into our accordion fold where the marks are. And as you can see, let's just make sure that everything's scored. Every time you're doing anything that has fold marks, try and remember to burnish as much as possible. So this is what it's going to look like. It's like a letter Z or Z, depending on if you're in Canada or the US. That's what it's going to look like. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our pattern paper onto that piece of gray cardstock. Okay, so now let's glue our pattern paper onto our basic gray card base. I already showed you the measurements for this pattern paper just prior to this part of the video. So I like to use my green, it's in the green bottle, the mono liquid glue. And what I like to do is I'll store it. This is a tin can. I think I had tomato paste in here. And I just store it upside down like that, so the glue is always ready for me to use. And I always work on a craft sheet when I'm working with glue, so it's neater. So just go ahead and spread your glue where you want it. Oops, kind of went a little bit crazy there, didn't I? Okay, so let's just spread that a little bit. I know this is what I'm going to use for, I'm just going to use my fingers. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit messy here, but you get the idea. This is what I mean by you can still move it around. There's one piece. Now let's just spread this glue. I squeezed too hard and more of it came out than I had wanted, but it's all good. I have my stamp chamois here and it's wet, so I'm just gonna get the glue off of, this is my stamp chamois, get all the glue that's on my fingers out so it's neater. Let's continue on. This is the patterned paper that comes with the Elegantly Said stamp set, and I'll talk a little bit more about this pattern paper at the end. Let's just get our gluing done first. You don't have to worry if it's not as straight as you'd like it to be when you first lay it down, because like I said, this glue, you can still move it around and play with it until you're happy with how your card, your pattern paper is sitting on your card. Now on this last piece, which is going to be white, see when you close this like that, I didn't like that white showing, so that's why I added a piece of pattern paper in the very end as well, just to cover that, so that when we shut the accordion fold, it doesn't show. The white does not show. So I'm going to glue that to the side end like that, the right side. And then now we can add our glue. To your white and glue that on to your basic gray. And the greeting I used was Happy Anniversary. So let's go ahead and get that inked up with Memento Black. That goes on the top. There you go. And now we're going to get that card all put together. So the accordion part of our card is going to be sitting on some basic gray, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4, and of course a piece of white that's slightly smaller, measuring 5 1/4 by 4 inches. So let's go ahead and add our glue onto there. And get that all glued down onto our basic gray. And of course our accordion portion of the card will sit like that on the top. And again, I like to use my liquid glue. Just go ahead and make sure you're happy with the placement of that on your card. And that's a very strong bond, so we'll leave that alone. And now you're going to wonder, how does this all stay shut? Because it'll pop open like that, obviously. So we're going to use a belly band. This is the belly band that measures 1.5 inches by 9.5 inches. And the way I want to do that is I just want to go ahead and put it around my card and fold it. And you want to make sure that there's room, it's loose enough that it will actually move up and down. You don't want to do it too tight because you won't be able to move it up and down. So that's how I figure out where the score folds will have to be. So once that's done, I'm just going to go ahead and score. And again, here comes my handy dandy glue. And just go ahead and glue that down. And the next thing we're going to do, because this is going to be what it's going to look like, we're going to do this little tab using the punch, this beautiful punch that comes with the set. And I'm going to show you how to do it so you can have this decorative edge on both sides of your cardstock. So now let's work on our little decorative tag that goes on top of our belly band. I've already gone ahead and stamped this in white pigment ink and embossed with white, and we're going to use now our punch to create our decorative edges. So the way you do that is, because you want to have the decorative edge on both sides, and if you just use the punch as it is, it's going to have the decorative edge on one side and kind of this round shape on the other. So to achieve this decorative edge on both sides, you just turn it around, and I like to put some paper in there as a guide to tell me, it's easier for me to know where to push this through. So just go ahead and line it up so that it's where you want it to go. Let's take that out. You don't need that anymore. So let's go ahead and say there. And let's punch. So that's one side. And again, you're going to go ahead and put that back in. And you're going to do the same to the other side. Just kind of make sure that you're happy with where that punch is going to go. I want to move that back over there. And then you have your decorative tag that shows the nice decorative edge on both sides. Now I used pearls on this one. Let's try and use basic gems for this one. So let's go ahead and use our, take your pick tool and pick it up. Put it, oh, it keeps jumping out. I got this out of my drawer, and I don't know how long I've had these gems, so some of the backing might already be gone, but there we go. I have to try and make sure I don't keep buying stuff without realizing I already have stuff in my stash, because this is what happens. I don't know how long I've had these. So now here's our card with the belly band, and all I want to do now is just glue that on top, but I want to use dimensionals. So let's go ahead and use dimensionals, and maybe one of the smaller ones on either side of the edge, so it's going to be perfectly supported. Take your pick tool to remove the paper backings. And just go ahead and glue that on top like so. Slides in and out. There's your greeting inside, happy anniversary. And go ahead and use your belly band to keep that closed. I didn't put that in very straight, did I? So let's just straighten that out. So there's the card with basic rhinestones. And here it is with pearls. If you stay tuned, I'll show you some of the other cards that I made using this stamp set. So here are the other cards that I made using the Elegantly Said stamp set. These two, of course, you've already seen. If you go like maybe 2 videos back, I have a video called Using Water Spritzing on the Stamp, and I made these 2 cards using the same set. So you've seen these before. This one here, I also used the water spritzing technique. There's the punch that I used, And here, these little gems, I use what's called the genial gems that's in the catalog. Everything I'm showing you here today is available online in my shop, and the link will be down below. And look at these really, really cute mini gift bags that I made. And I used the 2021 to 2023 designer series paper that comes in a 6x6 pack. All the colors are represented in this pack, double-sided. And again, that's also available in my online catalog. Link is below. And these little gems here, that is the 2021-2023 in color jewel, so they match. So there's everything that I made. And there is the one that we demoed today. Now this uses the elegantly said designer paper that comes in a bundle. So you will get 6 sheets with double-sided. So 6 will be foiled, and the other side are contrasting colors, all beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you order a $50 order from my shop, I will also email you the tutorial to make these cards, so the mini gift bags, as well as this card here. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Just click on the red button on the bottom right, and we'll catch you again in the next video.